I love baseball.
Baseball, baseball.
94.5 The Peak presents Wasatch Wasps Baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. This broadcast is powered by Guild Mortgage, Dairy King, CarQuest Auto Parts, Physical at the Fit Stop, Wasatch Back Flooring, Napa Wasatch Auto Parts, Heber City Point S, Dorius Dental, and Bank of Utah.
Baseball.
The guy on first.
Who?
The first base.
Who?
The guy playing
Who
first.
is on first?
I'm asking you.
Now let's go live to the Diamond for play-by-play coverage of Wasatch Wasp Baseball on 94.5 The Peak.
I love baseball. Baseball, baseball.
94.5 The Peak presents Wasatch Wasp Baseball on the media.
Good evening and welcome to the ballpark. Tyler Barrett here with Tyler Moss live from Desert Hills High School this weekend. It's another 4-game weekend for the Wasatch High School baseball team who comes into the tournament 3-1. An impressive start to Coach Bo McCoy's tenure here at Wasatch High School. Lost their opening game against Union and then rattled off 3 straight victories against Skyview, Logan, and Hurricane High School. A little bit tougher competition this weekend, Ty, as they begin with Richfield, but then they're going to bounce back tonight and play against one of the best teams in 4A. That is Desert Hills.
Yeah, Ty, and again in baseball, a lot of times you look at smaller classification teams like a Union and a Richfield, and you get tempted to do what you do in other sports like football and just think, oh, this team, you're going to walk all over them. It's not the case with baseball. Baseball's an interesting sport because who you put on the mound can be such a neutralizing effect in the game there. Wasatch is going to have a few more athletes out here on the field just by the nature of the size of their school, and they've got a little bit more options to choose from when they're building teams. But Richfield's got some guys that can throw it out here, and you're going to see a pretty good arm going against Wasatch here today. So Desert Hills will be kind of the key matchup tonight as they're taking on the host team that looks very, very dominant early on this year. But don't look past this Richfield team that Wasatch is going up against here in the first game of 4. In a 24-hour cycle, Tyler, this is a baseball bonanza down here at Desert Hills High School as you start with Richfield today at 4, and then you go Desert Hills at 9 tonight, an 11:30 matchup tomorrow against Pocatello, and then a 2 o'clock matchup to end with West Jordan. So 24 hours of baseball. You're going to have 4 games falling in that 24-hour time period. So it should be a lot of fun here at Desert Hills.
You're listening to the Dairy King pregame show brought to you by the Dairy King. Throughout the years, the menu at the Dairy King has expanded beyond just the traditional burgers, fries, and shakes to include non-traditional seasonal items and the best gluten-free menu in the state. Winners of Best in State for over 20 years. Ty, I'm going to throw it over to you for our pitching matchup today. Bridger Shaw on the mound for the Wasps, and for Richfield, you've been doing a little bit of research.
Yeah, Ty, it looks like Richfield still hasn't quite got us to the lineup, but just trying to snoop around a little bit. The guy they had in the bullpen here was Wayman, Tyler. He's a junior, and one of their live arms here. He's got the 3rd most innings pitched for Richfield. Now, granted, these numbers, it's early on in the year. Most teams haven't thrown a lot, so take that with a grain of salt. But Wayman comes in with a 0 ERA, Tyler. Hasn't given up any runs in nearly 3 innings pitched. He averages just over 14 strikeouts per 7 innings pitched right now. So he's a put-out pitcher as far as strikeouts on the mound. He's got 6 Ks in just under 3 innings pitched this year, Tyler. But he's faced 15 batters, and 5 of those have walked on the season. So it's kind of your classic, maybe a little bit more power arm, but a little bit more wild. And I think Wasatch, if they can be disciplined at the plate, you can get into some pitch count problems here with Wayman if they're selective here with that. And we'll see how that one's able to go. On the flip side, Bridger Shaw is going to be a man that's the right one to go here for Wasatch. Tyler, senior, who's got 3 years of pitching experience under his belt for your Wasatch. Got a win last week in his start against Skyview that he had on the mound and pitched very, very well in that game. Wasatch ended up running away, getting a 10-run win in that one. And so this is a good one for Bridger to stabilize you right out the gate. Wasatch on a 3-game winning streak. And it's good to have a guy on the mound that's going to throw strikes for you. And that's what Bridger's going to do. He's going to be able to throw strikes. He'll mix up fastball with a breaking pitch. He'll throw more breaking pitches than a lot of the Wasatch pitchers. And hopefully he can keep Richfield a little bit more off balance by doing so.
Bridger comes in 4 innings pitched in that first week of 1.75 ERA, 3 walks, and 4 Ks. Pitching matchup brought to you by UCCU, an organization rooted in the credit union philosophy of people helping people. UCCU, love where you bang. Let's go ahead and jump in to our keys to the game and maybe the keys of the weekend for the Wasps.
Well, Ty, the keys in this one is keep the bats hot. Wasatch, after starting their first game of the year last week, 4 runs, they just popped off, Tyler. They went 17 runs, 13 runs, and then 12 runs in their next 3 games. So the bats have been hot. They have been alive. And so you just want to keep driving the ball. They weren't cheap hits, Tyler. They were on the money. They were on the barrel. And so you've got to find a balance here, I guess is the way I'll phrase this key to the game, is that you want to be selective with the guy on the mound who's a bit wild, but you don't want to be so selective that you're passing up the hittable pitches. And so Wasatch has been pretty effective by being aggressive on those first pitches, especially when you look at a few guys like a Bridger Shaw, a Grant Mahoney, some of these guys that like to go after the first pitch. That's certainly one that you want to keep your eye on. So you'd like to see Wasatch stay aggressive, but be aggressive in the strike zone. Don't go chasing outside of the zone. And, Ty, they've got the pitching to hang in all of these games this week, so we'll see how that goes. But I would phrase that as the key to the game. Be aggressive on hittable balls in the strike zone.
Keys to the game brought to you by Smiles by Design, brightening lives, instilling confidence, and inspiring wellness. Enjoy welcoming, personalized dental care that leaves a lasting impression. We'll go ahead and take a break. When we come back, opening pitch brought to you by Mountain Refined. You're listening to Wasatch High School Baseball on 94.5 The Peak.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot, or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
We at Guild Mortgage help people build personal wealth through real estate, be it your first home, next home, dream home, or investment property. At Guild Mortgage, we help you refinance for that lower interest rate, shorter term, or home remodel. At Guild Mortgage, we help you plan for retirement by owning multiple investment properties and can even add to your retirement plan with a reverse mortgage. We at Guild Mortgage believe everyone can own what matters.
Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
It's game time! Let's do it!
Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Peak.
It's time for opening pitch here at Desert Hills High School. Wasatch High School baseball taking on Richfield. Mountain Refined, nestled in the heart of the Heber Valley, Mountain Refined has been a trusted community staple for over 30 years. Our passion lies in serving our community by providing top-notch furniture and flooring solutions. The top of the first is brought to you by Physical, the fit stop. When it comes to your health, you deserve quality and effective care at Physical Heber Valley. We work with you to understand your health and wellness goals and create a customized plan for your desired home. First pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. Malik, fielder for Richfield, steps into the box on the right-hand side. Both teams wearing their all-white uniforms. Richfield kind of a Los Angeles Dodgers look. A little blue with some red built in. Do you like the look? First time we've seen the all-whites for Wasatch,
Ty,
by
it's
the way.
pretty clean, but a lot of white out on the field. Is Wasatch going with their all-whites, Richfield in all-white, and so you're just seeing a very similar look all the way across the field. Another good pitch from Shaw on Fountain, up 0-2.
The 0-2, high and inside, ball one. 1-2 the count here in the top of the first. Ty, take us around the diamond for our Physical the Fit Stop defensive starters.
Well, Ty, you got Dahl behind the plate receiving from pitcher Bridger Shaw.
Pitch is swung on and missed. That'll be strikeout number one, brought to you by Gravity Coalition. One away here in the top of the first.
Standing over there at third base, Colden Hafen, who had a great first weekend for the Wasps. He'll be joined on the left side of the diamond by Braxton Fowler. Kyron Stocking at second base today on the start, and Grant Mahoney at first base. Senior Blake Sweat in left field. Austin Brown, the freshman, in center, and then Eddie Bluth in right field today for Wasatch.
Once again, that is your Physical at the Fit Stop defensive starting lineup. Second hitter for the Wildcats is going to be the first baseman, Slate. He'll once again swing at the first pitch, foul that one off to the Richfield dugout for strike one.
Yeah, Slate Ritz here on the at-bat, Tyler. As you pointed out, playing first base today for the Wildcats.
Check swing, strike two. Good start here for Bridger Shaw, filling it up. 0-2 now the count. Shaw into the windup, delivers the 0-2, goes back to the off speed, tries to go backdoor on the inside corner, not there. First ball one.
Slate comes into this tournament, Tyler, with a batting average of 200. 5 RBIs, though, leads the Wildcats in RBIs on the season.
Goes upstairs, is able to get a piece of it, stays at a 1-2 count on the foul ball.
Pretty good pace here to start from Bridger, isn't it? He's back on the mound. He's rolling. He's already mixing up pitches. But he's kind of going at the pace he wants to go. He's dictating how this first inning should go.
Outfield playing really shallow here. This is a Desert Hills field that is not too big. 325, 330 down the lines, 350 to center field. That one skips off the plate for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Slate. Swung on. That one's roped down the right side, or excuse me, the left-hand side foul. Keep the count at 2-2.
Yeah, pretty good swing there, Tyler, but Bridger had him a little bit off balance, a little pull side heavy. So you've got a few options here if you're Bridger, if you want to come in a little bit high and tight with a fastball, try to get him off the plate, or go with a soft one and see if he'll roll over.
Goes with the soft one. It is a rollover, but once again, foul. Good at bat here from Slade. Got down 0-2. Has battled now, and I believe this is pitch number 7.
Yeah, you can see, though, he wants to get it to the left side of the plate here. So as long as Bridger doesn't make a mistake to leave something middle in, he should be able to get a ground ball to the left side.
2-2, and he rings him up. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to get this game started for Bridger Shaw.
Hey, no ground ball needed if you just take care of business yourself on the mound. It's a great start for Bridger. Not traditionally known as a strikeout pitcher. It's more of your pitch to contact, working a good rhythm, keep your defense rolling. But he's off to a good pace here with 2 strikeouts to start the game.
Mentioned Richfield 1-2 coming into this ball game. Lost their opener against Duchesne 3-2. Had a big win over Miller 20-0. Another first pitch is swung on and fouled straight back for strike 1. Then just played before this one against the Orem Tigers, another region foe for Wasatch, and that one was a 10-0 loss for the Wildcats. So 1-2 on the year. Strike 1 here to Jess, the right fielder. The 0-1 goes outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count.
Really like to analyze teams, Tyler, in the first inning to see how they come out and approach at the plate. And Richfield, I think you'd categorize in the first 3 hitters to be aggressive, right? They're coming out trying to swing. And I think Bridger, you can see there, pulls the string on that pitch, Tyler. You can really exploit a team that's overly aggressive early on by just reverse pitching them a little bit. And Bridger's done a good job to work ahead in the count, Tyler. He's been 0-2, now he's 1-2 in this count. Been good.
The 1-2, this one swung on, once again fouled back. Keep the count at 1-2. Girls lacrosse also down here in St. George this weekend. They're playing Snow Canyon tonight, and then we'll play here at Desert Hills tomorrow. 1-1 on the season for the Lady Wasps on the lacrosse side. Lost their opener and bounced back and beat American Fork earlier this week. That ball low and away for ball 2. 2-1 now the count.
Yeah, Ty, you tried to come to St. George early in the season with sports like that, right? Baseball, softball, lacrosse, to get some warm weather. Foul ball.
One swung on, another foul ball down the left side.
And you're not exactly finding warm weather down here again this week. We're just under 50 degrees here right now, but there's no snow. And that's better than you can say at home this morning in Heber City.
2-2 still the count. 2 away, top of the first. Goes back with the off speed. A lazy fly ball. Kyron Stocking will settle underneath it. 1-2-3 inning for the Wasps here in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. 0-0. First look at the Wasps at bats when we come back.
Hey Wasatch, it's Nicole with Mountain Refined. We are so excited to be supporting our local teams and all the sports that you guys are into. We wanted you to know a little piece of what we have. You can come on down, grab teacher gifts, protein powder, and even rent that tuxedo for junior prom. Did you guys know that? Shop local and support us. We love being a part of this community. Go Wasatch, 480 North Main Street, right here in Heber.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden, as you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
It's game time! Let's do it! Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
Welcome back. Bottom of the first, brought to you by Mountain West Trailers, who knows you value strength and reliability. Our utility trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo for your business, dump trailers for tough jobs, or open trailers for everything in between. Haul it all, big or small, because Mountain West Trailers stands tall. Visit them at mountainwesttrailers.com. Austin Brown, Blake Sweat, Micah Dahl due up for Wasatch here in the bottom of the first. Austin Brown, 8 of 15, comes in hitting over 500 after the first weekend. Only a freshman, 3 extra base hits, 4 RBIs, 8 runs scored for the left-hander. First pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. Good light fastball here from Wayman of Richfield.
Yeah, Ty, like I talked about, he's a power pitcher. Comes in leading Richfield as far as strikeouts per 7 innings. But his issue is wildness. 5 walks in only 15 batters. So, I mean, you start doing the numbers, he's going to walk 1 out of every 3. And it's hard to be effective if you're putting a base runner on every single inning. And that's what these numbers say he will do, is he'll give you free passes if you're patient.
2-0 count here right off the bat. Back-to-back balls here to the freshman Brown. That one also outside. Moves count to 3-0. Ty, go ahead and take us through the batting lineup here for Wasatch, brought to you again by Mountain West Trailers.
Yeah, as you already see here, Tyler, freshman Brown leading off, Ty, and what a revelation he's been, adjusting very quickly to the varsity speed, hasn't he? And he certainly looks like he belongs here. Had maybe a few more strikeouts than he'd like in the first week, but Ty, the numbers speak for itself. Nearly 600 on the first weekend. He's been impressive leading off for Wasatch. Blake Sweat had another really good first weekend. You've got a swing and a miss there and going full. Blake Sweat hitting 2. Micah Dahl going to hit in the 3-hole for Wasatch today. Hafen hitting 4. Bridger Shaw hitting 5th. Grant Mahoney 6th. Eddie Bluth 7th. Fowler in the 8th hole, and Stocking hitting 9.
The payoff pitch, it's a check swing. They get him on the check swing. Strikeout there for Wayman of Richfield. And 1 away here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, battle back. You know, feast and famine there with Wayman on the mound. Ty goes 3-0. And looks like that wild arm is going to give Wasatch a free base runner, but instead he comes right back with 3 sharp pitches when he's down and punches out one of the better hitters in the tournament.
He's going to bring up Blake Sweat. He'll take ball 1. 4-12 after the first weekend. 2 extra base hits, 6 RBIs for the senior. Into the windup goes Wayman. Delivers. Swung on. Goes off of the umpire's head. Not wearing a traditional helmet, just wearing the traditional mask, I should say. 1-1 now. The count looks to be okay.
Yeah, he seems like he's all right, Ty. That was a pretty good swing from Sweat. He looked like he was on that ball. Good timing on that one. If you're Wayman in the Wildcats, you may want to look at mixing up the speeds here on Sweat, because you give him that same type of speed again, he may be right on that one.
1 ball, 1 strike. Shrug from Wayman. Delivers. Goes with it off speed, but it's too far outside. Ball 2.
It's a smart pitch, just not executed very well there, Tyler. Anytime you see a hitter who's on that speed in that location, you've got to do something to change their eye level or change their timing.
2 balls, 1 strike. Back into the windup and delivers. Goes back to the off speed. That one's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count here to the number 2 hitter in the bottom of the first. Micah Dahl on deck, the catcher today. Blake playing left field for the Wasps. The 2-2, another swing and a miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Wayman to get the ball game started, just like we saw on the top of the first.
Yeah. Excuse me, Ty. I'm going to say the same thing you just said. Both pitchers starting out with 2 Ks to get things going. Difference here, Wasatch getting deep into each count, right? So you go 6 pitches deep with your leadoff hitter, 5 pitches deep there on number 2. So even though you got 2 strikeouts, you're already on pitch number 12 here on your first pitch to Dahl.
Dahl take one high and in for ball 1. Dahl, after the first weekend, 2 of 7, caught 3 of the 4 games, had 3 RBIs in those 3 starts. Takes ball 1. 1-0 the count to the senior. That one swung on. It's going to be a ground ball that gets through the 5-6 hole. First base knock of the ball game for either team, and first base runner of the game will be the senior Micah Dahl. He'll have a speed-up runner as the catcher. It'll be little brother Tyson Dahl that'll come into the game.
That's the aggressive nature we talked about in the keys to the game there, Tyler. Down, or you're up 1-0, and you're hunting for a pitch. You're looking fastball on that, and if you're going to get the fastball in the zone that you can handle, you're not just going to stand there and watch. And Micah was ready to go on time. Drives a nice little single there to left field.
He's going to bring up Hafen. You mentioned had a nice opening weekend. 417 for the senior, a double, 5 RBIs, and 5 runs scored. He'll take ball 1.
Yeah, and he had a couple balls that he just tattooed going the other way, Tyler, and that's a lot of growth and development from Colden. Last year he was a little bit more pull side heavy, and the hands were a little behind on some of the fastballs, but not so much last week. He really did a good job staying inside the pitch and driving it the other way.
Slide step, They called that a strike?
Yeah, they got a
called
strike
strike
on that
one. Got a little bit of the bar in my way. 1-1 the count. Hafen back into the box, working out of the stretch with the runner on first is Wayman. Takes a look at Dahl. Dahl, a good lead over first. He's going to go. Ball is inside. Throw down to second base, not in time. Nice slide from the sophomore Dahl. Slides around the tag, and Wasatch has a duck on the pond. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 away.
That's pretty good baseball there, Tyler. Pitcher and catcher had a chance if the throw was on the money. Just pulled the middle infielder off the bag a little bit and tagging up near the feet rather than down by where the hands are sliding in.
Back into the box goes Hafen. Wayman takes 1 look. It's a long look. Kick. And that one misses low and outside. 3-1 now the count. Overcast skies down here. Lights aren't turned on yet. We'll have the lights on again tonight because the second game tonight starts at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
That the latest game you can remember watching Wasatch play?
Down to ball 4, so that'll put runners on first and second. Let's see, 2009-ish came down to St. George. My sisters were playing softball, and it wasn't necessarily the latest game, but it was definitely the longest game. And you now have time limits, but this was a 20-inning game.
Oh. For softball?
For baseball. Brock Carlson. So I went and watched the first couple of innings, went to my sister's softball game, and came back and still watched the majority of that game. I'm trying to remember if it was a Wasatch Bear River is what I want to say. Brock Carlson had a nice 2-run home run in the extra innings to help give Wasatch the win.
That's nearly 3 full games that they played. That's incredible.
Down at that.
Wasatch had a late one that they started after 10 p.m. against Olympus at Hurricane about 6 or 7 years ago. And that one they had to call it about midnight. They shut that one down.
Bridger Shaw is going to come up to the box. 385, 6 RBIs in week 1. Led the team in that category along with Blake Sweat, both with 6 RBIs. He'll take ball 1-1-0 the count.
Playing Bridger fairly deep there in left field, Tyler. Left fielder a couple steps in front of the warning track.
1 look at second. Leg kick, delivers. Swung on, it's going to be the opposite way. This one's going to go foul. Unless it's caught, it will go foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Bridger really had a great tournament at Hurricane last week, Tyler. He was on the barrel. He had a couple balls that were very deserving of hits that just ended up in the glove because they were going right at the guys. Had the great catch at the wall with the bases loaded. But as far as swings, he was as good as anyone last week as far as being on time and on the barrel.
Still working out of the stretches, Wayman with runners on first and second. The 1-1, that one too low for ball 2.
Richfield trying to bounce back after getting beat 10-0 against the Orem Tigers in the game before this one, Tyler. Got to have short memory sometimes in these tournaments. And tough to follow up a 10-0 beatdown against Orem and have to come out against this powerful Wasatch lineup right after.
Shaw's going to swing at the 2-1. It's an off speed. Rolls it over to Coach McCoy at third base for strike 2. Another foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Wasatch with runners on first and second.
Well, you can see the plan there from Bridger, couldn't you? He was wisely looking for 2-1 fastball, and he thought he had a fastball out of the hand, and it wasn't. It was a slow breaker, and it just had him off balance. He was able to adjust and still foul it off, but not the pitch he was looking for.
The 2-2 freezes him for strike 3. Third strikeout of the inning for Wayman, and Wasatch is retired. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. There are 2 left on base. It's 0-0 going into the second.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. Celebrating 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dump and equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business.
this to build and be a part of a community where residents, visitors, and businesses thrive. Our mission is to promote tourism, connect businesses, and unite our communities. I was down in Salt Lake area at Smith's Ballpark, around that area. And, we haven't talked a lot. That's kind of the ballpark we grew up going to, right? Buzz games, Bees games, not going to be playing there anymore. Going to be out of daybreak. You going to miss the old Smith's Ballpark?
You know what? That new field looks pretty sweet, Tyler. And so I like the new age technology that they have. Yeah, maybe the old tradition and allure of that to be gone, but I think that new one's going to be a sweet location.
First pitch is going to be swung on again, 4 straight. It's going to be a ground ball to Faller. Faller fields it on the run, throws it across the diamond in time to Graham Mahoney. 4 straight outs here for the Wasps.
Smooth from Braxton, coming in so calmly, seeing that all the way deep into the glove. Nose was down on it the entire way. And it was a slow roller, Tyler. Sometimes you can get in a little bit of a rush to make an errant throw there. Braxton knew exactly what he had, threw a dart right over there to first base, got the leadoff out.
That was Fisher Jensen, the catcher. Going to bring up the number 5 hitter. Another ground ball is going to be to Faller. Faller does get a glove on it up the middle, but not going to be able to make a play. We'll call that an infield single. First hit of the game for Richfield will be given to Griffin Wayman, the left fielder.
First pitch swingers, though, aren't they, Tyler? Really getting after it.
All 5 hitters here for Richfield swinging at the opening pitch. He's going to bring up number 18, the second baseman, Hayden Reed. The typical second baseman you'd see, Ty. Pretty tall player here in the box.
Yeah, sounds like you're suggesting second basemans are usually short, Tyler. A little bit more petite.
Usually if you're over 6 feet, you're playing one of the
corners.
Yeah. Wasatch still playing shallow here in the outfield. Your outfield once again today, Eddie Bluth in right, Austin Brown in center, and in left field, Blake Sweat. Pickoff move, not in time.
I'm curious to see how Richfield wants to play this with the first pitch swinging. Love to see Bridger maybe go curveball here and see if you can entice a ground ball.
Said it's going to be a called strike one. First at bat of the game for Richfield that is not swung at the first pitch. Richfield using a number system with wristbands to call out the different plays. Get the number, the delivery, ball, runner goes. Nice pick from Dahl. The throw to second base. I think he got him, Ty. Yes, he did. Richfield is not happy about it, but the slide, the arm didn't get to second base on the slide.
No, Ty, the tag was phenomenal, but the play from Dahl, oh my goodness. Can you believe that? That ball's in the dirt that he picked and got his shoulder squared and threw a dart down there right on the money. The tag had to happen quickly at second base, but that play from Dahl is as good as you're going to see from a catcher. Wow.
Yeah, and he's pleading his case, but from our angle, and we don't have a great one, we're kind of sitting up on top, but I just didn't think the arm got to second base. Great job of getting the ball down, and you mentioned, Micah Dahl picking it off the dirt and throwing a dart to second base. 2 away here in the top of the second. 1-1 the count, 1-1 the count. That one's in there for another strike. 1-2 now the count.
Oh, I'm so blown away at that play. That is such a tough play to make there from Micah Dahl. Don't want to overdo it, Tyler, but that one was just good. And it's a little different with the turf that you're picking it off of.
Ground ball to the second baseman. A little bit of a misread there from Kyron Stocking. First error of the game, and Richfield extends the inning with 2 away.
Yeah, that one, Ty, he had the right approach. He was trying to move the feet and come in on that ball. He just didn't chop it down and break it down in time. Rather than getting the leg squared, you want to be a little bit wider than the shoulder, get the glove down in the dirt. It was just a little late, a little tardy getting into that sequence.
First swing is swung on and fouled off. This is Kelby Richenbach, third baseman for Richfield. Steps in on the right-hand side of the box.
Hey, and another first pitch swing.
Another first pitch swing.
6 out of 7. These guys are wanting to get after it. And normally, Tyler, those teams, and it's a great strategy to have to look first pitch, but it's because they've been trained to look for a fastball. A lot of pitchers want to get ahead early on, so you're looking for a first pitch fastball. And until they start making contact, I'm not sure I'd go away from that first pitch fastball if you're Wasatch, because they haven't really delivered as far as putting the ball in play solidly. But when they start making that solid contact, then you can start mixing in some different pitches and some different looks.
That one above the belt for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away here in the top of the second with a runner on first. Richenbach back into the box. Shaw working out of the stretch. A long leg kick, delivers, check swing. They're going to say he went for strike 2.
Crowd in it on this one, Tyler. Richfield upset with a couple calls in this inning. They thought that check swing was not there. Should have been a ball is what you're hearing from the the rumblings in the crowd.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Shaw back into the stretch. 2 looks, delivers. This one's going to be smoked to left field. That's a single for Rickenbach, and it's going to get by the left fielder. Pick him up and put him down. Richfield's going to take the lead, and Rickenbach's going to round second base. He's going to try to go into third. No, he'll stop at second, make it a single, and then an error in the outfield, and Wasatch trails 1-0.
Yeah, not all errors the same, Tyler, but that one hurts you. That one should be a single. You should be looking at first and second because it's a line drive right to left field. Richfield's not going to be able to advance there to third base. So all you got to do is body that up and keep it in front of you. And you're still looking at you need 3 or 4 hits in a row in the inning to get a run on the board, but the error just gobbles you up, and now Wasatch playing down 1-0.
Increases the pitch count as well. Again, 4 games this weekend, so something else to keep an eye on. That pitch is in there for a strike to Deegan Hansen, the designated hitter for Richfield. Runner still on second base. Richfield threatening with 2 away. That one swung on and missed. So 2 strikes, no balls, 2 away. Bridger trying to get out of the inning after giving up the first run of the tournament here for Wasatch.
Yeah, Shaw's still in a really good spot, Tyler. That was pitch number 31 for him on the game. It is going to extend the inning a little bit, but if he can get out of this here on this batter, he's right where he wants to be.
Swung on, fouled off down the right side, or excuse me, the left side again. Keeps the count at no balls, 2 strikes. Hansen back into the box. Stocking, keeping an eye at second base. It's going to be a 2-look delivery this time from Shaw. Goes with the off-speed, another foul ball. Good competitive at-bats here from the Wildcats. A little bit of momentum, a little bit of fire here from Richfield after getting blanked by Orem in Game 1 of their tournament. Another 0-2, tried to go upstairs, too far upstairs, ball 1.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Put a little extra steam on that one, Tyler. That one had some more velocity on the fastball. But you got to have that one a little lower to make it enticing. That one out of the hand. Just never have a chance for the batter to go after that when it's above his head.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Bridger, 1 look, make it 2. Delivers. Another foul ball. Keeps count at 1-2.
Fouled off a couple breaking pitches here, Tyler. Both those breaking pitches, though, a little bit up in the zone. So I think you've got some options here if you're Bridger. If you can bury that one a little bit down and away, start it like it's a low outside fastball, you might be able to put that one to bed.
There you go. Called it, Ty. Another high-speed pitch that works off the outside part of the plate. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3. But the damage is done. 1 run comes in on 2 hits, 2 errors in the inning, and 1 is left on base. It's 1-0 Richfield going into the bottom of the second.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's fourth quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at HeberAppliance.com.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit BonnieJosephAcademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Bottom of the second brought to you by our strikeout sponsor, Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Personalized service, sales, and repair for the gear you love. Visit them at their store in Midway or visit them at gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. It'll be Mahoney, Bluth, Fowler. Already 6 strikeouts in the game combined for both teams. Mahoney comes in 1 of 10 last week, was on the barrel. 2 RBIs. He'll foul off the first pitch for strike 1.
Yeah, Grant, a great player here for Wasatch, Tyler. That 100 batting average, just not telling of where he's at. Those numbers will start to come back and balance out. Be nice to get him hot here this weekend.
Eddie Bluth on deck, goes with the off speed, misses inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
With the competition ramping up this weekend here with the opponents for Wasatch, Ty, you do need to get Mahoney's bat going a little bit here. I think this is an important bat in the middle of your lineup. Grant's really in the RBI spot. Ty hitting in that 6-hole. That's where you need guys to drive in runs for Wasatch. And so it's a great spot for him. He's a contact hitter, puts the ball in play, but just starting out a little bit cold this year.
Another foul ball, moves the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Goes back with the fastball, freezes him on the outside corner. Another strikeout. We have 4 strikeouts now on the game for Wayman. Wasatch has yet to record an out other than a strikeout. They did have a single from Dahl and a walk from Hafen and threatened there in the first inning. It'll bring up Eddie Bluth.
He's got 4 inning pitch now on the season, Tyler, and Wayman's got 10 Ks on the year. And that's a pretty astronomical number that he's up to.
Eddie Bluth, 3 of 9 in his opening week. Started all 4 games in right field. 3 of 9. 1 triple, 2 RBIs, and 6 runs scored for the sophomore. He'll take ball 1, 1-0 the count. Wayman into the windup for pitch number 2. And that one gets the outside corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ty, that put-out pitch that he had on Mahoney and that one there, those are good fastballs. Those are down, kind of painting the black part of the plate. Really tough ones to get after if you're the hitter.
Another miss, high and outside that time. 2 balls, 1 strike. Goes with the off speed. That one misses outside again. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Bluth. Braxton Fowler on deck, followed by Kyron Stocking in the hole. 9 hits combined between these 3 7, 8, 9 hitters. That one's low and outside. Another walk. 6th walk of the season. That's the Fowler comes in with 5 walks. Another good at bat there from Bluth. Was hit 3 times that first weekend. It's going to bring up Braxton Fowler, 3 of 7, 5 walks, a double, and 4 RBIs in that opening tournament.
Ty, it is the 7th walk of the season for Wayman in those 4 innings pitched as well, which is not an ideal number. Again, I feel like that's the equalizer here. You got a strikeout pitcher, but he can get himself in trouble by giving guys free passes. You saw it by Wasatch on the first run for giving 2 freebies on back-to-back errors. And Richfield will give back to you if you're Wasatch. If you're selective and you make them make pitches, they'll give you a few runs back.
I feel like that's Fowler's MO, Ty. Likes to work the count. He'll take ball 1. Again, 5 times he was able to draw a walk last week. Now goes up 2-0. He's going to bring a trip to the mound, brought to you by Mirror Lake Station. Ty, they're in the final 2 once again. One of the hot donut guys there on Instagram are trying to find the best donuts in the state of Utah, and it's coming down to Mirror Lake Station. And do we even need to mention the other ones? I don't even know who it is. It doesn't matter because we know who the winners are here.
Would you say there's a better job than that?
I don't know, actually.
You find out which has the best donuts. That's what you make your career on. Roam around and just eat donuts. I mean, is there a donut store that you would say, no, thanks, we're not coming here? I mean, it's tough to find a bad donut, but there's clearly the best ones when you get into those stores, Tyler. When you find a next-level donut, you know it, and Mirror Lake Station has the next-level donut.
He's going to try to find the information you can get on and vote for Mirror Lake Station for their best donuts on Instagram. It's a 2-0 count after the visit to the mound. Runner on first here for Wasatch, trailing 1-0 to the Richfield Wildcats. Wayman shrugs, delivers on the slide step, low and away, ball 3.
That mound visit was interesting, Tyler, because you're in the 2nd inning, 1 out, Wasatch not in scoring position, not a major threat, and I think you can tell from that visit from the pitching coach going out there, this is a problem for Wayman. They want to keep him on track. I think the wheels can get wobbly quick here for him, and this is a chance for Wasatch to kind of get back in this game.
3-0, decides to go with the off speed, and he does land that for a strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike.
I think if he throws that one again, you spit it on it one more time, and you make him battle back in this one. Don't help him out by going into the 3-1 curveball.
Wayman gets the pitch, comes set. Another slide step delivery. This one swung on, a lazy fly ball to shallow left field. Outfield's playing deep, and it's another base knock. And Wasatch is going to try to go from first to third. Bluth is going to scamper back to second base. Like the aggressiveness there. Everybody safe. A single for Fowler. Wasatch with runners on first and second.
Yeah, Ty Eddie tried to slow play that one a little bit. He saw that Richfield was kind of sitting back, letting that thing bounce to him, and then tried to sneak one on him and blitz over there to third base. Richfield was on it, though, and I think Eddie would have been dead in the water had he continued on. But I like the aggressive base running. He forced a throw, and that can sometimes get errant. How about Braxton, Ty? They went back to that breaking pitch, and he was ready for it. See it 2 times in a row. Serves out a nice little single to left field.
Stocking hitting .500 after that first weekend. 3 of 6, 2 RBI, 6 runs scored. Comes up with an RBI opportunity here. Check swing, strike one on the off-speed pitch. 3 straight off-speed pitches now here for Wayman. Slight breeze starting to come in from left field. Again, cold weekend, Ty. This is like normal Heber weather, I think, for baseball. 0-1, Stocking's going to square. It's going to be a good bunt down the first base side. First baseman's not on the bag, but a great throw from the catcher, and first baseman's able to make the tag. Does move runners to second and third with 2 away.
Good bunt from Stocking, too. That was a tough one. Stocking, where that one came down out of the right-hand batter's box, Ty. Richfield had to come, and he was right in the way on the throw, and that one's just inches away from skimming off his shoulder, Tyler. And then you've got the circus music playing as the base runners will be rolling all around. Barely able to get that out from Richfield. They do make the play, and it all counts the same, but there was a lot of chance for issues on that one for the Wildcats.
It's going to bring up Brown. Comes up 4 RBIs on the season, a 2 RBI opportunity here. Struck out in his first at bat. 1 ball, no strikes to the freshman. Thinks about it. That one too far outside. Ball 2, 2-0 now the count. Brown $500 on the year, 8 of 16 in his 16 at-bats, 3 extra base hits. Outfield playing pretty deep here for the Richfield Wildcats. 2-0. Wayman's going to go back to working out of the windup with runners on second and third. The pitch. That one too far inside. 3-0 now the count.
Ty, I think you turn him loose here. I think 3-0. Tell Austin, hey, if you get the pitch you like, turn this one loose. He was on the barrel over and over and over again last week.
Good leads around the base pass. That one's too low. Second walk of the inning here for Wayman. And the bases are now juiced for Blake Sweat. Leading RBI guy for Wasatch. Comes in with 6 RBIs on the season.
Yeah, and Blake had one in his first at-bat, Ty, that he just missed. Fouled it straight back off the umpire. Seemed to have the timing well on Wayman.
Good speed all around the base pass here for Wasatch. Working back out of the windup is Wayman. The pitch bounces in the left side batter's box. Another ball. 1-0 the count.
Something we've talked about, Tyler. Often in the offseason, pitchers work from the windup every time. If you don't have intentional coaching there, having them work from the stretch and with base runners on, it can throw you off a little bit in your rhythm.
That one swung on and fouled off a little bit behind the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'm not sure that's what's happened here with Wayman, but he's gone back to the windup with the bases loaded. You can tell it's where he's more comfortable. And so sometimes when you get base runners on, it just throws off the rhythm of the pitcher. I think Wasatch has been able to do that to get in a tight spot right now for Wayman.
1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded. Wasatch trailing 1-0. That one gets away from everybody. It's going to bounce right back to the catcher. It's a foot race to the plate. Not in time. Eddie Bluth ties the game on the wild pitch.
That's a great jump from Eddie because that ball hit the backstop and ricocheted back quickly, Tyler. The pitcher was hustling over to cover, and they made a good throw and a chance to tag Eddie out. But the very clear decision from Bluth, no hesitation, got him in just underneath the tag. And those little details win you ball games. Nice job from Eddie. Only a sophomore, Tyler. He's been really good in the first part of this season.
Brown and Fowler will both advance as well. So now runners on second and third. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1-1 now the ball game. Mike Dahl on deck, still working out of the windup. Goes back to the off speed. Nice off speed. Gets the inside corner for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away.
He's gotten more heavy to that off speed, Ty, but he's a power arm, and he probably wants to come back with a fastball here.
The 2-2 goes back to the off speed. Freezes Sweat. Richfield thought they had it. It's going to be ball 3. Full count.
Just off the edge, Ty, but that's a little bit different looking off speed. Almost looked like even slider versus curveball on the previous pitch.
The payoff here to Sweat. Swung on. It's going to be a hard ground ball. Backhand side of the second baseman. He can't get to it. 1 run comes in. Another run comes in, and Wasatch takes the 3-1 lead on the 2-out single from Blake Sweat.
Hit it hard and good things happen. Blake on the barrel. Hard moving to that backhand side for the second baseman. Can't come up with the ball. Wasatch now finds themselves back in front.
It's going to bring up Micah Dahl, who had the first single of the game, a single through the 5-6 hole. Wasatch, one thing they've done well, they've not left many guys in scoring or on base and especially in scoring position. through the first part of this season. They take the 3-1 lead. That one outside, ball one.
Wayman already up to 50 pitches on the game, Tyler, only in the second inning. And I know we've been preaching it early on, but when you're just wild as a pitcher, it affects a lot more than you just might think here, Tyler. And as far as pitch count goes, you're looking at maybe an inning or two left here if things go in the most ideal scenario for Wayman before Richfield has to make a pitching change. If Wasatch stays on the barrel this way, they'll have to make one even sooner than that.
Another miss, moves the count to 2-0. That one a swing and a miss from Dahl. 2-1 now the count. It's a 3-1 lead as Wasatch scores 3 here in the bottom of the second inning. Thanks to a walk, single from Fowler, another walk for Austin Brown, and then a 2-out single. Runner goes. It's strike 2. Sweat with a great jump. He's in standing up. Doesn't even have to slide at second base. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dahl with an RBI opportunity with the duck on the pond. Wayman comes set. Sweat, a good lead still at second base. The 2-2 swung on, fouled back, stays alive, keeps the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ty, you said last week this is your favorite field down here, St. George.
Yeah, I like the size of this one, Tyler. The location is really cool. That backdrop of the Red Mountains right behind, I think looks really good. But they look like they've been beat up this offseason. Infield not as pristine as it usually is, especially between the pitcher's mound and home plate.
Pickoff attempt. Not that important here at second base for Blake Sweat. Sweat clear. Now a pickoff move is thrown back. It's going to get into the outfield. Center fielder come in, backs it up. Blake won't be able to advance. He's trying to keep that white jersey clean, Ty. A couple of, stolen base, standing up, pickoff move, standing up.
Hey, if you don't have to get down, I guess, why get dirty?
2 balls, 2 strikes. Dahl back into the box, the catcher for Wasatch. 1 for 1 on the game today. Another off speed. Good job from Dahl. Fouls it off. Keeps the count at 2-2. 3 of 8 on the season now for Dahl after his single in the bottom of the first. Goes back to the off speed. It's up in the zone. Dahl goes after it. It's going to be a fly ball to shallow left. Left fielder coming up. Makes the snow cone grab. And that'll do it for the bottom of the second. Damage is done. Wasatch scores 3 on 2 hits. No errors. 1's left on base. Wasatch leads 3-1.
Hungry for mouth-watering all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
Hi, this is Kendall Crittenden, Wasatch County Council member and a member of the Caring Community Coalition. Did you know that kids are at a greater risk of experimenting with alcohol and drugs between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m.? Many parents are still at work this time of day. Check in with your kids. Find out where your kids will be, who they'll be with, and what they will be doing. Brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health and the Caring Community Coalition.
It's game time! Let's do it! Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
Top of the third, brought to you by Big O Tires. Get ready to rev up your savings with Big O Tires. Whether you're looking for the best tire deals or unbeatable service specials, you'll find everything you need to keep your vehicle in top shape while keeping more money in your wallet. Wind. We're magnets for wind.
You can hear a little wind. You can hear it, can't you?
Last week at Hurricane, we had our first lacrosse broadcast where it was just windy the whole time there as well. Shout out to my son Bradley. We were in the booth just enjoying the warmth, and he was out there trying to brave the weather. Strike 1 here to the number 9 hitter. It's Bridger Vincent, the shortstop. Then we'll go up to the top of the order, Malik Fountain and Slate Reitz. That one low, ball 1. 1-1 the count, 3-1 the score here in the top of the third. Wasatch with a 4-game week once again this weekend. This is game number 1. They'll play later on tonight at 9 o'clock against the host school. 1-1 is elevated to left center field. Both outfielders going back. Austin Brown comes up and makes the play in the left field gap for 1 away.
Yeah, I credit the wind for that one. I think the wind kind of floated that one up in the air. It's not hit hard enough to be a home run at any point, Tyler, but that one's going to be a tougher play if the wind's not coming in on that ball as it's trying to cut through it. I think that backspin just floated that one out to Brown.
It's going to bring us to the top of the order to Malik Fountain, the center fielder, struck out swinging in his first at bat. That one's low and away for ball 1. Richfield on the back of their jerseys tied, just kind of some words. You got courage, discipline. You saw Bronco Mendenhall do that a couple of years at BYU. You a fan of that?
Got
you
your
like
team mottos, team values. No, not a fan of that. Are you?
not necessarily either.
I think leave it off or get the players' names on there. Have something the same all the way around, but I guess some people like it.
2-0 count. This one's fouled off down the right side this time. Keep the count or move the count to 2-1.
And when you're the head coach, you got to make those decisions, Ty. So if you like it as a head coach.
It appears that there's still, I guess, some player choice here because not everyone's the same, and so maybe you had some options to put on the back of your jersey. But 2-1 the count. This is, again, Malik Fountain, center fielder. Off-speed pitch is going to be a line drive. Base knock into the left field. That's hit number 3 on the day for the Wildcats. First hit of the game for Fountain. 1 away, runner on first. Bring up the first baseman, Slate Reitz. 200 coming into this game. Struck out looking in his first at bat.
Early swingers here, Ty. You're looking for a ground ball here, something to keep them off balance on that first pitch.
It's going to be swing and a miss on the first pitch instead for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike.
And Bridger delivers, right? I mean, that's a pitch that has them off balance, off time. And so if there's any contact there, Ty, there's a high percentage that ball is going to be hit into the dirt and have a chance to be a double play ball.
Bridger comes set with the runner on first. Now runner's going to square. Pickoff move, not in time. Hafen charging over at third base.
Little cat and mouse game over here, right? Shaw trying to keep the hitter off balance. Have the coach turning and squaring the hitter early on, now calling in a different number as he saw how Wasatch wanted to play the defense, see if they put the runner in motion or if they're going to go actual bunt here.
Another bunt. Runner does go. It's a pullback on the bunt. Dahl throw to second base.
He's hosed again.
2 for 2 on the stolen base attempts for Micah Dahl. He's thrown not one, but 2 out at second base, and there's now 2 away. Another nice ball there from Dahl. Good job from the middle infield, laying down the tag. And Wasatch has 2 away. Was a ball, so 1-1 now the count. Next pitch in there, check swing. Ooh, check him at first base. Ooh, didn't go. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball out of the zone a little bit. Bridger back working out of the windup with nobody on base. The 2-1, that one swung on, fouled back. 2-2 now the count.
That was a big swing there, Ty. That one was going for the fence in left field, leaving a significant gap open in that swing on a high heater inside or that low breaking ball away again.
2-2 goes back to the off speed. Ring him up. That is strikeout number 4 for Bridger Shaw. Once again brought to you by Gravity Coalition. Wasatch retires the side. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. Nobody left on base. It's still 3-1 going into the bottom of the third.
Same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
Hey, Heber Valley, whether you're cheering on our high school team or enjoying a day in our beautiful valley, our community is stronger when we love local. Our local businesses are the heartbeat of Heber Valley, from your favorite cafe to the shop on the corner. When you shop local, you're supporting your neighbors and investing in the future of our community. So next time you're out and about, show some love. Shop, dine, and explore right here in Heber Valley. Brought to you by the Heber Valley Chamber of Commerce. Remember, love local. It makes all the difference. Visit gohebervalley.com/shop.
A home equity line of credit from UCCU makes it easy to access the equity in your home. And right now, UCCU is offering home equity lines of credit with no fees or closing costs. With increased home values, there is more equity to use for whatever you need. A wedding, a remodel, or whatever comes up. It's your equity, so it's entirely up to you. Start your application or learn more at uccu.com. Low rates, no fees, faster than ever. UCCU, love where you bank.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Bottom of the third, Mirror Lake Station, your one-stop shop for gas, groceries, and goodies, including those best in-state donuts located at 2nd North Main and Camas on your way up Mirror Lake Station Highway. It'll be Hafen, Shaw, Mahoney to lead it off here in the bottom of the third with Wasatch leading 3-1. Strike one here to Hafen. First at bat walked. Still Wayman on the mound. Goes back to the off speed. Misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, when you're playing 4 games in just a couple days, Tyler, you got to kind of sometimes make your pitchers work through some challenges. Wayman up to 60 pitches here now on this next pitch. That was pitch 59. And where you're only in the third, you need him to eat up a couple more innings if you can, if you're Richfield, because you still got 2 more games beyond this.
Game number 4 on the season for Richfield. Game number 2 in this tournament. Wasatch comes in their first game of the tournament and game number 5. Back-to-back pitches low, moves the count to 3 balls, 1 strike. Bridger Shaw on deck, followed by senior Grant Mahoney. Wayman back into the windup, the 3-1. That one misses badly. That'll be ball 4. Second walk of the game for Hafen. Bring up Bridger Shaw, came in hitting .385, struck out looking in his last at bat to finish the first inning. It's cold, Ty.
Yeah, I'm curious, Ty. You spent time as a head coach here at Wasatch. How long would you stick with a kid like Wayman here, where he's starting to struggle? He's walked a lot of guys over the last inning or 2. And how long do you want to stick with him here when you're still in this game, right? It's a 3-1 game. Don't want it to get away too much.
Yeah, I think it depends on just what you have, right? And you have, when me and you were coaching, we'd go in with a game plan. We have these 2 guys that we want to go in game 1. If we need a third guy, it's going to be there. But then you're right, Ty. Things change when you want to get dubs. And the winning percentage when it comes to the RPI is a big deal, and you got to take wins when you can get them. I think probably the next 2 batters are going to be telling. 1-1 now the count here to Bridger, because you don't want it to get out of hand, but at the same time you haven't really gotten much going offensively, Ty, on Bridger, so that's something that you're keeping in mind as well as the momentum offensively.
No, the bats have come alive a little bit more in the last inning or so, Tyler, but you're right. Shaw's been pretty effective. Really, the only run on the board for Richfield came by way of 2 errors. You got an error that started the base runner and then a single that had an error in an outfield that turned into a run. Ty, that's the old cliche, right? An error in the infield is a base, an error in the outfield is a run. And it turned out to be true for Wasatch in this one.
2 balls, 1 strike here to Bridger. That one misses again. Move the count to 3-1. And to be honest, as a head coach, you want to know what I'd do? I'd say, hey, Coach Moss, what do you want to do here with this guy?
You go with your pitching coach, right? You go ask him. Delegation. That's what you're saying, right? Delegate that to the coaching staff.
3-1. Big swing and a miss there from Bridger. Misses, and that'll move the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Tell you what makes it easier is back when we had that, and you could say, well, do you want to go with Jackson Bolander at 88-90, or Jackson Kelson at 91, or Jaron Kalama at 88? Like, who do you want to throw out there? Some good arms.
The payoff pitch. It's going to be a hard ground ball to the shortstop. Double play opportunity. Flips it to the second baseman. Second baseman to the first baseman. Not in time. It's actually going to get by the first baseman. So runner at second base is out on the fielder's choice ground out. Shaw will be safe at second base. So Wasatch, with 1 away, still has a runner in scoring position.
Good hustle from Bridger again, right out of the box. Ty getting down the line and just not clean. Shortstop caught that ball really funny there. Threw a ball off the mark. Second baseman came and did a little twirly spin across, and his ball was off the mark, Tyler. And Bridger immediately saw that ball going by. He was on it the entire way there and turned and went straight to second. Again, that's going to be a bang-bang play, but the quick decision from Shaw keeps you in scoring position.
He's going to bring up Grant Mahoney, struck out looking in his first at-bat. Has 2 RBIs on the year, comes up with 1 away and an RBI opportunity. Jack Salmon is going to be the courtesy runner. Mahoney's going to swing at the first pitch. Shallow fly ball to center. Center fielder comes up, makes the can of corn catch. 2 away, and that'll bring us to Eddie Bluth in the number 7 spot. Eddie walked in his last at bat and scored. Wasatch generating 2 runs at the bottom of their order. And then Austin Brown with the 3rd run. Kind of set up there by the sacrifice bunt as well from Kyron Stocking. Eddie Blue steps up into the box. Pickoff move, not in time. Salmon able to get back to the bag easily. Eddie stepping in on the left-hand side of the batter's box. Right fielder, started all 5 games this year as a sophomore. Wayman takes a look. Salmon now gets a good lead at second base. Big swing and a miss from Bluth, strike 1. Outfield still playing deep in right field. Shallow, though, in left and center. The 0-1 gets the outside corner for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. To the sophomore, Braxton Fowler, who singled in his last at-bat, on deck for Wasatch. Wayman gets the sign, comes set. Salmon comes straight off the bag at second base. The delivery swung on and fouled at the right field dugout. Keeps the count at 0-2.
Ty, when you watch Eddie swing, something that he does very well as a sophomore already is his 2-strike approach. You look, he's a little bit choked up. And it's just a quiet approach with the bat to the ball. It helps you cover a lot of tough pitches when you're down 0-2. Just a nice, simple, smooth swing straight to the baseball.
No balls, 2 strikes. Runner's going to go and gets into the outfield. Sam's going to try to score from left field. Left fielder comes up with the throw. He airmails it, and Wasatch steals a run. Stolen base, third, and then an overthrow, and Wasatch takes the 4-0 lead.
Oh, Ty, that's going to be a tough one to live down if you're a catcher because you've got a left-handed batter up. The pitch misses on the outer half. You can just stand up and step to it. It's almost too easy, and the runner's dead in the water. All you have to do is make a throw down there to third base, and that one was off target, out of his hand, and ends up in a run. I'm wondering here, Tyler, if the argument from the coach when Salmon tried to get up, there was contact, and he pushed down the third baseman in order to launch himself up. It had no effect on what was going on in the outfield, but it looked messy there at third base, and I'd have to imagine this conversation has to do with that a little bit.
Well, and you're right. It doesn't matter as far as the throw wasn't through a cutoff man, anything of that nature, and if anything, maybe possible obstruction from the defensive side of things. Wasatch scores, makes the score 4-1. It's still a 1-2 count here to Bluth. Back into the windup is Wayman. Off-speed pitch is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Bobbles, picks it up with the bare hand, brings the first baseman off the bag. Ooh, they say he drug the foot, and they're going to still call him out at first base, and that'll do it for the bottom of the third. 1 run on no hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. 4-1, Wasatch with the lead.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care.
It's game time! Let's do it! Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
Top of the fourth, brought to you by Bonnie Joseph Academy, dedicated to providing the highest quality education to students and making sure you are fully prepared for a successful career in the beauty industry. Bridger Shaw still on the mound for Wasatch. 1 run on 3 hits for the Richfield Wildcats coming into the fourth. Strike one, and this one's going to be a fly ball coming, or excuse me, a pop fly, and not going to come back in play. Good job there for Micah Dahl tracking that one. 2 strikes.
Yeah, just over the backstop, Tyler, about 3 feet beyond. Micah had that tracked. Those are hard balls to locate as a catcher, the ones that go straight up when you're looking to receive, but he saw that all the way.
No balls, 2 strikes. Popped out to the second baseman in his last at bat. That one's going to bounce well in front of the plate for ball 1.
Ty, it's about halfway through the game, but in my mind, the defensive standout of this one is easily Micah Dahl. He's been so good behind the dish, throwing a couple guys out, 2 for 2, catching Richfield stealing, and one of those was just an unbelievable block and throw at the same time. It was a straight steal, and he made the block and threw him out still. It's a fantastic play.
1-2 just off the bag, or excuse me, just off the plate for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. First hitter here for the Wildcats, 3-4-5. That one's going to be a ground ball through the 5-6 hole. Single there for the catcher, Jess Curtis. And the leadoff guy's on for Richfield.
No big deal here. If you're Bridger, you're playing with a 3-run lead. You're still going after outs right now. Want to minimize this inning as best you can, but don't overthink that one. Don't sweat it too much.
Excuse me, that was the right fielder, Curtis. This is now the catcher, Fisher Jensen. Steps in on the left-hand side of the batter's box. Wasatch not shifting too far over to the right-hand side, and his last at bat grounded out to the shortstop. It's going to be swung on first pitch again, and that one will be foul ball for strike 1.
Ty, in fact, they're not shifting over at all. They're playing this one as if there's a righty up. You can see Faller's a little bit deeper in the hole for double play. Now he takes a couple steps in here, but Stocking a couple steps in up the middle. And they're leaving a big gap over there on the right side.
Good lead over at first base for for Curtis. That one misses inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Top of the 4th, Wasatch leading 4-1. Left-hander Jensen steps back into the box. Bouncing lead over at first base from Jensen. That one, from Curtis. Jensen takes strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is the left fielder Griffin Wayman. Shaw comes set. The pitch swung on, fouled off behind us. Keeps the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. How about mascot down here, Ty? You got the Warriors, the Panthers, the Flyers, the Thunder, the Tigers out in Hurricane, Crimson Cliff. Shoot.
I don't know what
I'm
the
drawing
Crimson
a blank.
Cliff
Drawing
is.
a blank. Wasatch wanted that one. It's going to miss outside. Moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pretty good lead from Curtis. Swung on. It's going to be a ground ball to the 3-4 hole. Mahoney fields it cleanly. Throws it to shortstop. Shortstop gets the lead runner. Fowler does a good job of keeping his foot on the bag.
I think
so
I'd be
fielder's
out.
Choice ground out.
I think I'd be out having a conversation with the umpire on that one, Ty. My eyes aren't good from back here, but that one, he's just tiptoeing right there on the bag. Third base coach has already kind of eaten up a lot of time with a few challenges already on the umpires. But that's a good play from Grant Mahoney, Tyler. There's really not a chance to get that at first. Bridger was a little late getting over to the bag, and I think you're going to have the hitter coming out of the left-hand part of the box. It's going to be a foot race that's probably going to be lost there. Mahoney wisely zips the throw over there to second base. That's your only option.
It's going to bring up once again the left fielder, Griffin Wayman. 1 away, runner on first. Griffin did single on a ground ball up the middle and then was caught stealing his first time up. Richfield has attempted 2 stolen bases, and Micah Dahl has thrown out both of them at second base. That pitch misses inside for ball 1. One-0 is swung on, fouled back, moves down to 1-1.
Ty, you bring up the mascots. You got one you like more than the others down here in St. George?
I like the Flyers.
Flyers, really?
I do. Pay tribute to the airport right down there.
do that with the old Deer Creek High School in Heber, right over there next to the airport.
We talked about that. Ball's in the dirt. Runner does not go to second, stays at first base. Squared to bunt on that one, did Wayman. Decides to pull back, moves count to 2-1. Looking on the Crimson Cliffs. Mustangs. Crimson Cliff Mustangs. Pickoff move not in time.
Mustangs. That's a popular choice around the state as well.
Mustangs. Do you have a favorite?
Mountain Crest Mustang. Down here?
Yeah.
I kind of like the Thunder.
Thunder?
Yeah, Desert Hills Thunder.
2-1, another squared bunt. That one in for a strike on the pullback. Moves count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It depends location-wise. I mean, you get some good desert lightning and thunderstorms, Tyler.
Yeah, that's true.
It's good. I like that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. The pitch on the slide step, swung on and fouled back once again, keeping the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Shaw's looking good here, Tyler. He's up to 63 pitches. 3 1/3 inning into this one. No earned runs given up. And he's just done a fantastic job on the bump for the Wasps today.
And freezes them for strike 3. Gravity Coalition strikeout number 5 for Bridger Shaw. 2 outs now here in the top of the 4th.
Oh, that's a good pitch, Tyler. He freezes him is the perfect way to call that. The hitter's doing his best to try to play possum and pretend like that wasn't there, but that thing is as good as it gets. I mean, take a swing at it. That one's as easy as it is to call a strike as you're going to get as an umpire.
It's going to bring up Hayden Reed, the second baseman, reached on an error and scored in his first at-bat. Richfield does have 4 hits on the day, but the run came after error. I guess there was a single in there as well, but then an error in the outfield is what ended up bringing in the run. Ball 1, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Here for the Wasps. Slide step delivery once again. Nice piece of hitting there from Reed. He's going to reach that one and get this one's going to get all the way to the wall. Line drive to the right center field gap. Brown's going to pick it up and get it in, but it's not going to be quick enough. And Richfield scores their second run of the day. A 2-out double RBI for Reed of Richfield.
Yeah, I'm going to be pretty nitpicky on this one, Tyler, but that's not a good defensive effort from Wasatch whatsoever. You're playing no doubles there, right, to not give up a run, and Wasatch really shallow is not able to cut off what should have been a single, right? Brown was shaded over there to the left side of the field just a hair, and that ball, even though it just got over the second baseman's head, the short turf rolls that all the way to the wall, and that's a tough way to give up a run there. It's a good barrel, but that one should be cut off and kept, again, worst case scenario is maybe first to third there.
It's going to bring up Kelby Richenbach, single to left field and RBI'd in his last at bat. Comes up in the same opportunity that he had in the first. It's a 4-2 game now. Wasatch still leading. Ball 1, swing and a miss, strike 1. 1-1 now the count. Richenbach playing third base today. Had a single in his last at bat that got by the left fielder, which ended up bringing in the run. Both runs for Richfield coming on first to home. Nice pitch there, gets the inside corner, moves the count to 1-2. On deck is the designated hitter, Deegan Hansen. Shaw's going to step off and reset. The 1-2. Gets the outside corner, strike 3. Another Gravity Coalition strikeout looking. 4 strikeouts looking now for Bridger Shaw. Make it 6 on the day for the senior. 1 run comes in the inning on 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner's left on base. 4-2 going into the bottom of the 4th.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
We at Guild Mortgage help people build personal wealth through real estate. Be it your first home, next home, dream home, or investment property. At Guild Mortgage, we help you refinance for that lower interest rate, shorter term, or home remodel. At Guild Mortgage, we help you plan for retirement by owning multiple investment properties and can even add to your retirement plan with a reverse mortgage. We at Guild Mortgage believe everyone can own what matters.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Bottom of the fourth brought to you by Heber Appliance. When you're down to your final out and your fridge goes out, turn your drop-a-ball into a touch-em-all at Heber Appliance Furniture and Mattress. We are your hometown team. It's 4-2 on the Heber Appliance scoreboard. Wasatch giving up 1 run in the second and the fourth. We're able to score 3 in the bottom of the second and 1 in the bottom of the third. They now come up 8-9-1. It'll be Fowler, Stocking, and Brown. Fowler singled to left field and scored in his last at bat. He'll take strike 1. Fowler singled and then a sacrifice bunt from Stocking. Off-speed pitch misses. It's still Wayman on the mound here for Richfield. 1-1 now the count. And I think that one got him. Hit by pitch. Fowler will trot down to first base, reaches base. Again, that is now freebie number 6 on the season for Fowler. He's 4 of 8 in the box with 6 freebies. He's reached base now 10 times this season already through the first 5 games.
So 10 out of 14 at bats. Braxton's been on base. Wow.
It's going to bring up Kyron Stocking again. Had a sacrifice bunt in his last at bat. See if Wasatch decides to go to it here with nobody out and a runner on first. Stocking will take strike 1. Top of the order up, or on deck, excuse me, is the freshman Brown. Wayman comes set, working out of the stretch with the runner on first. That one, another called strike below the knees for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Stocking playing second base today for Wasatch. Started in 4 of the 5 games. And this one's going to be a hard ground ball to the second baseman. Flips it to the shortstop. Shortstop to first. Misses. That one's going to get into the dugout. So another double play opportunity there for Richfield. And instead, they'll still get the leadoff guy. So a fielder's choice ground out for Stocking, but he's able to get to second base. So still a runner in scoring position with 1 away. And that one wasn't close, Ty. That one could have killed somebody over there in the dugout for Wasatch.
Ty, it's just, you've heard it said time and time again, but it's just important to play catch. I mean, that's really one of the key fundamentals of the game is just play catch. And if you're going to take a chance to make that throw, Stocking was booking it down the line. He was really hustling there. And if you're going to make that throw, which you should take a chance on that tailor-made ball. You got to put it on the money with the first baseman. And if you can just apply pressure. You used to love this, Tyler, where you talked about speed kills. That might be the number one thing you look for when you're building a lineup is speed, because it just puts so much pressure on your fielders in the field to maybe go at a pace or a click faster than they're used to, and it can lead so much to throwing errors. You've already seen several throwing errors in this one. Catcher earlier on a ball that it's a pretty easy one to throw the runner out at third base, but you're putting pressure on. He fires it into left field. You've seen a couple overthrows over to first base today, so Wasatch done a good job with their speed of putting pressure on Richfield.
Have another pause in the action. Richfield coaches trying to, I think, are wondering if possibly Fowler had gotten in the way, didn't slide, something like that at first base, or from first to second on that last play, and that's what caused the errant throw into the dugout. Interesting that it was a coach, and now a different coach has come out. Don't see that too often where you have 2 different coaches discussing things with the umpire, but this one's a little bit longer. Our pauses in the action, once again, are brought to you by Mirror Lake Station.
And, Ty, that could be it, right? Because you've got to get down. You've got to make an honest attempt to get out of the way. You can't go over the bag. There's a few rules on a double play ball when you're coming into second base. Richfield looks dissatisfied with the results of that conversation, though.
4-2 the score, 1 away. Runner on second base for Austin Brown. Comes in 8 of 16 on the year. 3 extra base hits. 8 runs scored for the freshman. Third time seeing Wayman on the mound. Struck out and walked in his previous 2 at-bats. He swings at this first one, fouls it off behind us for strike 1. Do you feel like this ledge up here, Ty, is kind of like the Sandlot when they get finally into the backyard and the Beast just has a treasure trove
Well,
of baseballs?
you've got 3 tiers, right? These walkways behind Desert Hills. And, there's just got to be hundreds of dollars.
Pickoff move's going to get into center field. Stocking's going to try to take the bag. He'll do it. Pickoff move results in Stocking advancing from second to third.
Again, just playing catch, right? Try to play catch.
A little bit of miscommunication. He went with a high leg kick pick instead of what he's been traditionally going to, and I don't think the shortstop was ready for it. 0-1 the count. Runner on third base. That one misses inside. Ball 1. 1-1 the count.
Say watch out here, Tyler. That first pitch that Brown had, he was on. And if you've got another one up over the middle part of the plate, you could see a ball go a long ways.
The 1-1. See you later, baseball. That ball is crushed. Goodbye, Senor Wilson. Austin Brown, the freshman, with his first career home run. And that puts the score at 6-2.
Holy cow,
Ty,
Tyler.
That cleared the lights in the right center
Call
field.
the airport. Make sure no plane's coming down. That thing was absolutely demolished by the freshman. That thing's still going up as it hits the fence, Tyler. Their school is about, 700 feet beyond? You're going to see that thing rolling down there at the base of the doors. He knew it. He was admiring it a little bit coming out of the box, and I don't blame him, Tyler. That ball was absolutely destroyed.
We're going to take a break, catch our breath, as that'll do it for Wayman. Wasatch takes the 6-2 lead on the monster shot from freshman Austin Brown.
Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hey Wasatch, it's Nicole with Mountain Refined. We are so excited to be supporting our local teams and all the sports that you guys are into. We wanted you to know a little piece of what we have. You can come on down, grab teacher gifts, protein powder, and even rent that tuxedo for junior prom. Did you guys know that? Shop local and support us. We love being a part of this community. Go Wasatch, 480 North Main Street, right here in Heber.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden as you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. Celebrating 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dump and equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and service, we've got you covered. Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber.
It's game time! Let's do it! Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
Pitching change brought to you by Gravity Coalition and Mirror Lake Station. It's going to bring up Blake Sweat. Wasatch takes the 6-2 lead on the monster home run from freshman Austin Brown, his first of his career. And I think it's safe to say, Ty, that he might have a couple more of those left in the bag for the remaining career.
Just may get a few more before the career is over, Tyler. 1 or 2.
On the mound now will be, is this number 9? No, sorry, number 3. This is Griffin Wayman.
I've just not seen power like that. We've seen power, but I've just not seen power like that. The way that ball came off the bat, and as a freshman, Tyler, I mean, he's still got years to grow. That ball just jumped off the bat.
So we go from Garrett Wayman to Griffin Wayman. Griffin was playing left field. He comes in to the pitcher now. 2-0 now the count here to Blake Sweat. Sweat comes in on the day 1 for 2. He had a 2-out, 2 RBI single up the middle in his last at bat, bringing in the first 2 runs of the game for Wasatch. He comes up, bases are cleared. It's a 3-0 count now to Sweat. That one misses as well. That'll be walk number 1 here for Griffin Wayman, and that'll bring up Micah Dahl, who's 1 for 2. Singled through the 5-6 hole and popped out to left field. And there's something a little bit different, too, about a lefty doing it, right? Like Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah, it kind of had that look a little bit, didn't it? Robinson, Cano, Griffey, some of those pretty swings you see from the left side.
Strike 1 here to Micah Dahl.
That thing about entered orbit, Tyler, is how it felt coming off the bat. Just absolute moonshot.
Pickoff move. Sweat will scamper back to the bag. Doesn't have to get dirty as the throw does not go to first base, so he still has that nice clean white uniform. Now he's going to go. Pitches outside. The throw down to second base. Not in time. Now he gets the jersey dirty. That'll be stolen base number 2 for Blake Sweat. Another duck on the pond here for Wasatch with 1 away.
Blake's had such a nice start to this season for Wasatch, Tyler. On the mound, he was electric. 9 strikeouts in his first pitching performance. But in the box, it's been a jump up from where he was last year. And he was good last year at the plate for Wasatch. But this year, he's just been absolutely dynamite. And you can see what an athlete he is. When he gets on the base, he's a threat. He can move. He's got speed. And he reads the ball well.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2 the count. Sweat, not a big lead at second base. Goes with the off speed. Ooh, pretty good pitch.
Yeah.
Would have swung at that one. 2-2 the count.
I think that one's a little close to be taken there, Ty. Umpire saw it the way Dahl did, though, so he'll live to see another one.
That one outside, ball 3. Fills up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mahoney on deck. It is Hafen on deck. Micah Dahl hitting in the 3 spot. Hafen hitting in the cleanup spot. Sweat, not a huge lead. Now hops off, scampers back a little bit. Long look from Wayman. Side step off the back of the rubber. And we'll reset. 1 away, runner on second, 6-2 the score. Wayman takes a peek, delivers the payoff. It's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. He's not going to be able to handle it. Coach McCoy is going to send him home. Left fielder bobbles it momentarily. The throw not in time. Blake Sweat takes another run for Wasatch. You going to rule that a single or an error there?
I think that's an error there, Tyler, unfortunately. Love to call it a single, but that third baseman, it's a ball he probably needs to come up with.
Second error of the inning here for Richfield. Brings in another run. 3 runs now in the inning, giving Wasatch the 7-2 lead. Hafen now comes up to the plate. Hasn't seen a lot of strikes today. Walk in his first at-bat, walk in his second at-bat. Comes in hitting .417 on the year. Double with 5 RBIs. That one in there for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Little Tyke. He's on the move, Ty.
About 18 months old, he got away. He was heading for the bullpen. little extracurricular behind the dugout. Kind of fun to watch.
Richfield hasn't been able to swipe any bags in. I think he could have, Ty. Ball in the dirt. Great jump from the sophomore Tyson Dahl, running once again for his bro. And that ball was down just a little bit, and he gets to second base. Second stolen base of the day for Dahl.
You can see the bat starting to heat up a little bit, though, Tyler, after a scoreless first inning. couple strikeouts in that first inning for Wasatch. They've gone 3 runs in the second, 1 run in the third, 3 runs now in the bottom of the fourth. Still more to go. Trying to tack on another run or 2 before this one's over. And you can see the bats heating up, Ty. You look at the end of the week last week, in those last 3 games, Wasatch scored in the majority of the innings. In fact, there was a stretch there where I think they scored in about 7 or 8, 9 innings in a row, was it?
9 innings in a row between the Logan and Hurricane games.
And now having scored in 3 out of the 4 innings today, these bats can kill you.
3-1 the count, another off speed. He's not liking the off speed. It's a little bit more loopy than what we saw from the first Wayman, and the umpire not liking it. That one, I believe, up, moves the count to 3-1. Hitter's count opportunity here for Hafen. The pitch. Swings right on that one. It's going to go straight back to the backstop. Fills up the count at 3-2.
Kind of checking in on Coach McCoy there at third base, Tyler, and he's kind of encouraging Colden to stay inside that, drive that back hip to the opposite side of the field when you're seeing a pitch like that. I know it's something we talked about already. He's been working on a lot this offseason.
The payoff is going to come off the arm of Hafen. That's going to be his third freebie of the evening, and puts runners on first and second. Still 1 away, and I'll bring up the pitcher, Bridger Shaw. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a fielder's choice ground out.
Yeah, that fielder's choice, though, Tyler, hustling down the line. He was able to get to second base, if you remember last time, on another errant throw. So even his outs have been effective there at the plate, getting runners into scoring position. See if he can deliver here with a runner in scoring position to get a big 2-out hit. 1 out in the inning. You mentioned on the season, this has been an area where Wasatch has thrived with runners in scoring position. And that's what good teams do, Tyler. When they've got ducks on the pond right there ready to come in and score, they capitalize and knock them in.
Pitch is high. Is that ball 1 or ball 2, Tyler?
2.
Was that the first pitch? Yeah, ball 2. 2-0 the count. And Grant Mahoney on deck. That was the second run of the game as well for Austin Brown. Blake Sweat has his first run scored. Wasatch leading by 5. 1 away. Wayman comes set a good lead at first base. Not a big lead for Tyson Dahl. That pitch low and away, ball 3. The 3-0, and that one's in there for a strike. 3-1 now the count. This is game number 1 of the 4 games that will be played this weekend. Wasatch will play their second game of the day tonight at 9 o'clock against the host school, Desert Hills. The 3-1, too far outside, ball 4. Second straight walk, and that'll bring up Grant Mahoney with the bases loaded.
Going to have a mound visit here, Ty. That was kind of an interesting sequence from Bridger. Bridger didn't want to show up the umpire, but he thought that was a ball all the way for ball 4. And you can see he started as the ball was crossing home plate, and then he stopped himself thinking, I better wait till the umpire calls it here. It's just kind of a funny little glitch there at home plate, and then the umpire called it and went on his way, but always played the game the right way. Could have another pitching change, looks like.
Yeah, second pitching change of the inning. We'll go ahead and take it 7-2. Wasatch with the bases loaded, 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laughs. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's fourth quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at heberappliance.com.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Wasatch leads 7-2 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. They'll do a quick Heber Appliance scoreboard update. Wasatch gave up 1 in the top of the second, and then were able to answer with a 3-run bottom of the second. Goose-egged Richfield in the top of the third, scored 1 in the bottom of the third, 1 run for Richfield in the top of the fourth, and then scored 3 runs here so far in the bottom of the fourth. Still only 1 away. Wasatch already with 3 runs in with the bases loaded, thanks to a 2-run home run from Austin Brown, his first of the season. Grant Mahoney's going to swing at the first pitch off the end of the bat for strike 1. Ty, a little bit of a tough start for BYU, taking on Houston in the semifinals, but kind of working their way back into it. 23-14 with 7 minutes left to go in the first half.
That's a good team. Houston, number 2 team in the nation right now. So if you're going to see that win streak come to an end, that's probably the type of team that's going to get you if you're BYU. But you know what, Ty? They were down by about the same amount against Iowa State yesterday and came back and got the thrilling win.
1-1. That one also inside for ball 2. 2-1 now the count.
Iyer on the mound for the Wildcats, Tyler. This is first action on the season on the mound for Richfield coming into this tournament.
2-1, misses as well. 3-1 now the count.
No, this is one where you're real selective if you're Grant. Looking for one pitch in one spot. So when you say that, Tyler, you choose before. I'm looking for a fastball. I'm looking for a curveball, and it's got to be in this part of the plate. And if it is, I'm going to take a big hack at it. If not, pressure on Richfield right now. Bases juiced.
Ball is hit right at Tyson Dahl down the third base line. Foul.
And Ty, I think that's the pitch in the spot he's looking for. He got the fastball a little bit middle in. It was a little bit up in the zone. But Grant's usually able to hit those ones that are up in the zone a little bit more hard. And he had the right approach, trying to keep it down, not flying out underneath it, but just missed, a little out in front.
Payoff pitch. This ball smoked to the left fielder. Left fielder's not going to get that one. It's going to bounce over the fence for the ground rule double. I think that's a tough break for Wasatch. I think all 3 runs are coming in there. Instead, it's a 1-out, 2 RBI double for Grant Mahoney, and Wasatch builds the lead up to 9-2.
Yeah, let's see if that can get Grant jump-started here, Tyler. That's more the Grant we've seen over the last couple years. Smooth swing, easy stroke. You can see the ball jump off the bat. And, again, I pointed out earlier, he's in that 6th spot, which I love for Grant this season because it's your RBI spot. You're looking for a guy who makes contact often and who can drive runners in when they're in scoring position, and he comes through in a big spot there for Wasatch.
He's going to bring up Eddie Bluth, walked in his first at bat, ground out in his second. Wasatch now with 5 runs in the inning on only 2 hits, Ty. It's been a rough inning as far as giving the freebies away for the Richfield pitching staff. It's going to be runners on second and third. Again, still only 1 away. The number 7 hitter, Eddie Bluth, up.
Yeah, and the infield's now in, which just increases the chance that a hard hit ball can get through.
Misses again, so that moves the count to 2 balls and no strikes.
And it's not the wrong move from Richfield to try to save some runs at this point in time. This one's getting away from them. But it's a game of angles, isn't it? And so we already kind of brought it up earlier in the game when Wasatch gave up their second run. They just didn't take a good angle to the ball. And now Richfield coming in shallow like this. If Bluth can get a good ball on a line, there's just a lot of space out there for this thing to fall in.
2 balls, no strikes to the sophomore, hitting on the left-hand side of the plate. And that one's in there. Misses as well. 3 balls, no strikes. That win against Iowa State in the quarterfinals, I compared it to I'm a pessimistic BYU fan, and so when they played Colorado in the bowl game, that one misses as well. So another walk here for Eddie. That's his second of the game. when BYU played Colorado in the bowl game, didn't know how that one was going to go, and then I was surprised to see BYU come out and just dominate that game. Similar feeling on that Iowa State quarterfinal game. You just figure it's going to turn midnight sooner, right? And so
because it wasn't domination.
No,
though. I mean,
no,
that
it wasn't.
football game, they just BYU
but come back,
Colorado.
right? You mentioned Iowa State got a big lead. More surprising win for you, BYU dominating Colorado or BYU beating Iowa State in the quarterfinals. Get to that in a second. It's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Chance for a 6-4-3 double play. Instead, it's going to get away from the first baseman yet again. One run comes in, another run comes in. So a fielder's choice ground out from Fowler will bring 2 more runs in and give Wasatch now the 11-2 lead. Man, got what you wanted on the Richfield side. They have not been able to make that throw to first on the double play opportunities. Third double play opportunity there for the Wildcats. And that'll bring up now Crew Baxter, who will be DHing for Kyron Stocking.
Yeah, Ty, Wasatch has done a lot of things well, but, man, Richfield just has not thrown the ball well today. They just have thrown the ball all over the diamond. And you can go around the diamond, right? The catcher's missed a throw. The left fielder about threw it out of the park on a ball coming home. Second base has had 3 go over the first baseman's head. It's not one guy that's messing up. It's just kind of been consistent all the way around. And Ty, I'm going to go to the old cliche, but I think it's true. Richfield, this is a team that hasn't been able to get out onto the field that often this year so far. And so it's early on for everyone. And the speed of the game, the weather out here, it's a little chilly. It can sometimes force you to get a little bit errant on your throws, and Wasatch has just been hustling out everything. It's done a good job to break this one open.
Well, Crew Baxter's going to come up in one pitch, and he's going to rope this one to the outfield. Braxton Fowler's going to try to score from second. The throw to the plate, not in time. Baxter's going to try to advance to second. The throw is not in the glove of the shortstop. The throw was there in plenty of time. But a 2-out RBI single for Crew Baxter gives Wasatch the 10-run lead.
That's something hard to do. Crew Baxter, Tyler, has played very sparingly this year, only a couple of bats, and just hasn't had a lot of chance to get on time. And Ty, he comes in cold off the bench here and rips one to right field. That is a tough thing to do. The Crew just did. I'm going to tip my cap there to Crew, the big junior, just staying ready to go in the dugout and ripping a ball when he gets a chance.
Kyron Stocking will re-enter the game for Crew Baxter to keep the defense the same as it was before.
Well, that's critical there, Tyler, because that brings the 10-run into play. So now Wasatch is 3 outs away from ending this game next inning.
Where Bridger, sitting in the 60s still, has a chance to get through this one.
Just crossed over 70 that last inning.
It's going to bring up Austin Brown. Last time he was up, I'm going to call it the way it is. That's the furthest home run I've seen hit in a Wasatch High School game. I feel pretty confidently saying that.
I'm trying to think back to some of the bombs we saw. If you remember, Easton Romero at Spanish Fork hit a ball at Wasatch very far off of Jaron Kalama. But I think that ball that was hit by Brown, Tyler, probably is farther than that one.
I think it is.
And some of the other ones going in the way back machine, there was a kid named C.J. Spilker for Dixie that hit a ball off Ryan Chadwick that went a very long ways.
Very long ways.
I personally was catching when I watched a couple Judge Memorial kids hit a ball off Brendan Hallows to the moon. But Ty, I think you're right. I think that ball we just saw rivals all of them.
It's going to be 2-0. He's going to single up the middle. And that'll bring in another run. 3 RBIs in the inning for the freshman as he fired one right back at the pitcher. And Wasatch now with 9 runs in the inning after another RBI single. Blake Sweat has walked in this inning. Also has a single, so 1 for 2, 2 RBIs for Blake Sweat. That one's low, ball 1.
Yeah, we've seen a few home runs in our day, Tyler. Carson Law hit one for Wasatch, very deep at UVU.
Yep.
But again, I don't think it's as far as the one we just watched hit.
Noah Turley hit a couple out, Tyler, before the COVID cancellations.
Yeah, Noah hit one on this field to that same spot, but I think that one got outdone by about 75 feet, the one that Noah hit. Brown probably had him by at least 75 feet there.
Yeah, Noah's bigger hit was the one to Hurricane, right? That was a further
Yeah, the thing that's impressive about Noah Turley's hit here, Tyler, is it's a righty.
Yeah.
And he went over that same right center gap and just made it look easy when he drove that ball over. He was the real deal. Went down to Yavapai, an All-American hitter for them. Then University of Arizona, hit a grand slam in the College World Series for the U of A. That was a big-time hitter, too.
1-1 here to Blake Sweat. Good piece of hitting once again. Blake Sweat's going to hit the right center field gap. Pick him up, put him down. Extra bases for Blake Sweat. Brown's going to score easily from first base. Blake Sweat's going to try to leg out a triple, and it's in safely. A 2-out RBI triple for the senior Blake Sweat.
Well, how about a 10 spot in the inning for Wasatch, Tyler? It's always good when you're playing a baseball game and the scoreboard can't keep up with the runs you have on there. Baseball boards are built to only put single digits up on the inning. And so right now on the 4th inning spot it says 0 for Wasatch. That's because they put 10 up on the board in the inning, now leading 14-2.
You can bring up Micah Dahl. Reached on an error in his last at bat. He's now 1 for 3 on the game. Singled through the 5-6 hole. Popped out to left field and then reached. It was a hard hit ground ball to the third baseman. He's going to swing at this one. This one's elevated to left field. Left field going back. Makes the play. And Wasatch is finally retired. 10 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors in the inning, 1 runner is left on base. 14-2. Wasatch will look to close this one out with the 10-run rule when we come back.
Hungry for mouth-watering all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
Hi, this is Kendall Crittenden, Wasatch County Council member and a member of the Caring Community Coalition. Did you know that kids are at a greater risk of experimenting with alcohol and drugs between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m.? Many parents are still at work this time of day. Check in with your kids. Find out where your kids will be, who they'll be with, and what they will be doing. Brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health and the Caring Community Coalition.
It's game time! Let's do it! Ready?
Wasatch High School Sports on the radio with Ty and Ty on 94.5 The Beat.
The Gordon Law Group's your full-service local law firm who invests in their clients the best knowledge and experience needed for all areas of the law. Wasatch explodes in the bottom of the 4th, scores 10 runs to take a 14-2 lead, thanks to a 3 RBI home run and single inning from freshman Austin Brown, but 5 more hits on the inning. Richfield's going to start with a nice single up the middle. That was still on the Wasatch side of my score sheet.
Tyler.
Yeah, Deegan Hansen struck out in his first at bat, swings at the first pitch, and singles up the middle. That's hit number 6 for Richfield. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Bridger Vincent. Then we'll move back up to the top of the order. Wasatch just needing 3 outs to close this one out with the 10-run rule. They'll have another game later on tonight. Desert Hills will be taking on, I believe, a team from Pocatello is who they're playing in this game that's coming up next. And then Wasatch will play Desert Hills directly following that one at 9 o'clock. We'll have your action here on 94.5 The Peak. 1-1 the count.
I think Pocatello High School, is the team that's on deck there. And so interesting to keep our eye on them, the Northern School. How about some of these numbers for Wasatch? I want to hit you with a few of these real quick, Tyler. 30 plate appearances on the day so far in 4 innings. An average of 400, on-base percentage of nearly 600. Wasatch 8 hits on the day, 7 walks, a hit by pitch, a couple fielder's choice that they found their way on the base as well. That's tough to beat. You're talking about more than 1 out of every 2 hitters is getting on base. Wasatch is just pouring it on offensively here in the last 4 games. You go back 17 runs, then 13 runs, then 12 runs, now 14 runs over the last 4 games. It's a huge number of runs being scored for Wasatch, and most of those games are not going 7 innings.
It's a 2-2 count here to Vincent. That one just above the belt. Ball 3 fills up the count at 3-2. Do have Ranninger getting loose down in the bullpen tie in the right field side. The lefty junior. If Bridger can't close this one out quickly, that one outside. And that is the first walk of the game for Bridger Shaw.
Yeah, and coming back to the top of the lineup, less than ideal there, right? Bridger's been great this game, but you get 8-9 on to start this one. And you're basically saying you don't want to give up 3 runs in this inning. But that's exactly what you need if you're Richfield. Get your 2 bottom spots on to start the inning and now you're in business to try to extend this game. I believe we're on a time limit in this tournament as well, though, aren't we?
I think so.
And so we're approaching pretty close to that spot. This is probably the last inning either way, as this one started at 4 o'clock. And so we've got about 10 minutes left before the time limit will activate here.
We do have a trip to the mound brought to you by Guild Mortgage. Your Guild Mortgage loan officer, Tom Stone, is committed to helping his clients understand their options for real estate financing and assisting them to make solid home loan decisions that meet their needs. Bridger Shaw stays on the mound. Moving to the top of the order is Malik Fountain. Struck out but singled in his last at bat. Nice pitch there from Bridger on the outside corner for strike one. Haven't had a double play ball yet this year, Ty. Maybe a little 6-4-3 action. 0-1 the count, nobody away. That one low, ball one. 1-1 now the count. Huge lead at first base as Grant Mahoney playing off the bag at first. The shift is on here for Wasatch. Second baseman playing basically behind the bag at second base. The 1-1, this one's going to be a nice base knock to the left center field gap. Brown can't get to it. One run will come in. Another run will come in. An extra base hit for Fountain, and still nobody out. And just like that, 2 runs are in for the Wildcats. It's 14-4.
That ball was hit very well, Tyler. Line drive all the way to the wall. That ball was struck well. And often you see that third time through the lineup, hitters have had a chance to see a pitcher multiple times. You start seeing a few more barrels. Still just fine if you're Wasatch, leading 14-4. Still have that 10-run lead, but the 10-run rule is now maybe in question.
Low, ball one to Reitz, who struck out twice looking in the game today. Wasatch still with the out and out. And a duck on the pond here for the Wildcats. This is outside, ball 2.
82 pitches for Bridger Shaw. Ty, you really would love to be able to get this game over only using one pitcher. So over the next 3, you've got all the rest of your arms available. It's a big advantage to just go one pitcher in the first game.
This one's going to be elevated to shallow center field. Brown coming up. Who's going to call it? It is Brown who will make the play. Kind of in that Bermuda Triangle area behind second base. Brown makes the catch. 1 away. Brings us to the number 3 hitter, Jess Curtis, singled through the 5-6 hole in his last at bat.
Big first out there, Tyler, for Wasatch. Just keep throwing strikes if you're Bridger. That's pitch number 84 on the game.
Still working out of the stretch. Swing. Good swing there from Curtis. Fouls that one straight back for strike one.
Yeah, you can see some big swings, Tyler. He was hunting fastball there, got the fastball. Looks like Bridger's lost a little velocity on the fastball over the course of the game. But where he's made his money here, Tyler, has been thumbing with some curveballs. See if he goes to that.
Does go to that. Another good swing from Curtis. Just misses that one, but it is strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
Shaw on the day has been fantastic. 4.1 innings pitched, 20 batters faced. He's given up 3 earned runs on the day, has 6 strikeouts.
Misses outside, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Wasatch leading 14-4. If they can get these final 2 outs, that'll be the 10-run rule. Steady misses again. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
See Richfield here, Ty. It's been a dead pull swing so far in this at-bat. You mentioned the last hit going through the 5-6 hole between the shortstop and third baseman. I think he wants to get to the left side, so the outer half is where you want to attack.
It's going to be up the middle. Brown trying to make the grab. It's going to be a one-hop. The runner had to pause, and so he will not score. So we'll have runners on the corners. That's the second hit of the day there for Jess Curtis.
Yeah, good hustle there from Austin, Tyler. That's a good one to go take a gamble on. He had a good beat on it, good read. As you said, the runner's having to hold at second base. But the way he dove was a safe dive. We're going to keep that ball in front, but try to go get it and catch it at the same time. That's a good heady play from the freshman.
Brings up the number 4 hitter, catcher Fisher Jensen. Grounded out to the shortstop and then had a fielder's choice ground out to the first baseman, Mahoney. Runners on the corners, 1 away. Bridger's still in the inning. He'll miss outside for ball 1. Ridinger's still getting loose out in the bullpen.
I think, Tyler, unless this one really just starts to get away, I think if you're Coach McCoy, you're still tempted to just let Bridger go, even if they get another hit or 2 in this inning. because you've got a chance in the bottom of the inning to still get the 10-run rule without Bridger having to go another inning. So I don't think this is too much of a panic here.
Trading it out for a run, so Richfield will get a run in as the runner left early at first base. They're able to get the runner at first, but that does bring in the run, so that extends the game 14-5. Wasatch will have to come up, unless you mention if there's a time limit.
That's an interesting coaching decision there, Tyler, giving up and out, because really what you need – so that to me is a coach just trying to extend the game, right? But you don't get to extend the game with a time limit. And so that's an interesting call from a coaching standpoint, because I'm not sure that does much for you. Now the bases are clear, and you're down 9 rather than 10, but the time limit's about to be over. So I'd much rather not sacrifice an out there and just see if my guys can keep hitting it. That's one that may work in a season without a time limit, but here that's an interesting call.
1-1 the count. Strike one, ball one. That one in there for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on base now as Richfield's able to push 3 across to make the score again 14-5. Lights are beginning to be turned on here at Desert Hills High School. Game 1 of the 4 games that we'll be calling here at Desert Hills. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Gets the inside corner, strike 3, 7 strikeouts, brought to you by Gravity Coalition for the senior Bridger Shaw. It's 14-5 as we move into the bottom of the 5th. We'll stick it here for the 5th inning stretch.
I'll tell you what, if I'm the Wasatch hitters, I love Bridger right now because we get to go hit again, right? Yeah, I mean, you're about at the end of this game. Time limit's about to come in, 2 minutes away from the time limit. And you get to go swing the bat one more time. The wind looks to be in a pretty safe spot here for Wasatch. So I know Bridger's going to be mad at himself for not sealing the deal there with the 12-run lead. But Wasatch is really in a prime spot to walk out of here with a win and maybe see a few more fireworks along the way with some of these guys hitting.
Ty, let's go ahead and throw it over to you again. This is the Guild Mortgage 5th inning stretch. Bring us through the scoring summary.
Well, Ty, it started out in a very similar way. Bridger Shaw struck out the first 2 hitters here for Richfield. Ultimately, he was able to hold them scoreless with no runs in the top of the first. And the same scenario then came to play there in the bottom of the first. Richfield struck out the first 2 hitters. Wasatch then got a base runner. Dahl got a single, but then another strikeout. And that ended the inning, and it was 0-0 after 1. Richfield got on the board first after Wasatch got 2 outs in the top of the second. An error with 2 outs led to a base runner, and then a single that got by the outfield on another error led to the first run of the game. Wasatch responded with 3 runs in the bottom of the second and took a 3-1 lead, and they haven't looked back since then. A 0 on the board in the third as Bridger Shaw held them scoreless, and then Wasatch scored another one in the bottom of the third, making it 4-2. Richfield came back and scored a run on a nice piece of hitting, a double to the wall there, Tyler. Put in a run in the top of the fourth, making it 4-2. Wasatch then put a 10 spot on the board in the bottom of the 4th inning, highlighted by a moonshot home run from freshman Austin Brown. Ty, we joked the ball's probably in orbit, still wrapping around the planet right now, but the Wasps took a 14-2 lead before Richfield just kind of showed a little fight there, Tyler. Scored 3 runs, an impressive piece of hitting in the top of the 5th, and we currently sit at 14-5. Wasatch has 8 hits on the day, hitting .400 on the afternoon. 7 walks for the Wasps, but maybe the most impressive stat of the day, the first 4 outs for Richfield coming by way of strikeout. All 3 outs in the first inning strikeouts, and then the first out in the 4th a strikeout, and Wasatch has not struck out since that time in the ball game. The hitters have really dialed it in since the 2nd inning.
It'll be Hafen, Shaw, Mahoney to lead it off here in the bottom half of the 5th. That scoring summary once again brought to you by the Gordon Law Group. 14-5 the score. Wasatch 1 run away from ending this ball game. It'll be Hafen, and a great swing from Hafen. He'll single through the 5-6 hole. Leadoff guy on, the game-winning run on base for Wasatch. He hasn't seen many pitches, Ty. Walk, hit by pitch, and the first strike he sees, he smokes that one to the left field side.
He's right on time, Tyler. That's a smooth piece of hitting, balanced perfectly as that ball's coming through the zone, and just crushed it. That's the ball right on the barrel.
Bring up Bridger Shaw, struck out in his first at-bat, fielder's choice ground out in his second, but ended up scoring, walked in his third at-bat, and also scored, so 2 runs scored in the game today. That one's in there for a strike.
Pinch runner in for Hafen here, Tyler. Looks like we're going to have Wood coming on to be the pinch runner.
Easton Wood. Pickoff move is going to get by him. That's going to go into the outfield. In fact, this is going to be first to third. He might be able to score, Tyler, as that thing continues to roll down the right-hand side. Coach McCoy says, let's go. Nope, he's going to hold him up. Good job there from Wood of keeping his head up.
I think if I'm Bridger, I'm telling him to stay too. Like, no, I wanted to bat here. Let me hit here. Nobody out, runner on third. And, of course, if you're Coach McCoy, you go win when you can win. But as a player, you want to hit that guy in.
0-1 the count as the error gets Wood all the way over to third base. So the winning run now at third. Infield is cut off. Another strike's in there. 4 strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it doesn't take much if you're Bridger. You just need this thing to be in play. Just serve it up into the outfield.
The 0-2 misses inside. Oh, got him on the arm.
Ty, that shows you, though, of where this team's at. I mean, they're just doing it the right way. It doesn't matter the situation. Bridger's saying, hey, if I can get a free base, I'm taking a free base. But his run there on first doesn't matter at all, right? Nope. And so, I mean, selfishly, if I'm him, I'd be trying to pretend like that didn't hit me so I keep trying to swing it. But these guys just play the game the right way.
Mahoney will swing, and that should do it. It's going to drive the center fielder back. Center fielder makes the play, and the sacrifice fly will win the game here for Wasatch. And that'll do it. 10-run rule. Wasatch gets the 15-5 victory, improves to 4-1 on the season. We'll take a quick break and bring it back with the Timberline Ace Hardware postgame show. Wasatch gets the dub.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
Hey, Heber Valley, whether you're cheering on our high school team or enjoying a day in our beautiful valley, our community is stronger when we love local. Our local businesses are the heartbeat of Heber Valley, from your favorite cafe to the shop on the corner. When you shop local, you're supporting your neighbors and investing in the future of our community. So next time you're out and about, show some love. Shop, dine, and explore right here in Heber Valley. Brought to you by the Heber Valley Chamber of Commerce. Remember, love local. It makes all the difference. Visit gohebervalley.com/shop.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Wasatch gets the 15-5 10-run rule victory, brought to you by Chubby's, new to the Heber Valley, family-owned and operated, 9 Utah locations using 100% premium Angus beef for all burgers and cheesesteaks, award-winning all-American food. And it's now time for the Timberline Ace Hardware postgame show. Your local Timberline Ace Hardware is all about being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience. From local experts who know you best. Ty, throw it over to you for our Robarch Collision game summary.
Yeah, Ty, this one starts on the mound with Bridger Shaw. So shout out Bridger here as he went 5 innings pitched, gave up 8 hits, 94 pitches on the day, 63 strikes for Shaw. So a good strike-to-ball ratio, 4 earned runs, only 1 walk on the day, and 7 strikeouts in 5 innings pitched. ERA just over 5, and Wasatch gets the 15-5 win. But if you go down as far as hitting goes, Tyler, look at this 3-headed monster for Wasatch. You start with Blake Sweat, who goes 2 for 3 on the day, has a triple and a single, 3 RBIs for Sweat, and then he also walked 1 time. So on the base path 3 times. Austin Brown also goes 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs, a home run and a single, and another base on ball for Brown. So he's on the path 3 times. He also scored 3 runs. And then, Ty, you look at Grant Mahoney, who has a double and then a sac fly there to end the game. Mahoney ends with 3 RBIs. A whole bunch of other players on the bag a lot for Wasatch. Eddie Bluth, a couple of walks on the day. You go up and down, Tyler. Let me just give a credit to a few hits here. Baxter came in cold, a pinch hit single that was a part of that huge inning. Braxton Fowler had a single and a walk on the day. He continues to just be a menace, finding his way onto the base path. Micah Dahl got the game going with the single, the first single there, and Colton Hafen with the single. Wasatch 9 hits on the day overall, Tyler. An average of .429 and an on-base percentage of nearly .600 today for Wasatch as far as hitting at the plate. It was a full team effort, Tyler, but highlighted once again by the freshman Austin Brown. 3 RBIs, 3 runs, 2 hits, a walk, and the most impressive home run you and I have seen in many years here for Wasatch baseball. That's your Gordon Law Group stat recap, Ty, but a fun one to watch here for Wasatch is they have another 10-run rule. And, Ty, this is another fun number I need to throw out. Wasatch, over their last 4 games, has outscored their opponents 57-18 over the last 4 games, and it's been dominant. These guys are just swinging the ball well and putting runs on the board.
Let's go ahead and jump over to our Wasatch Behavioral Health keys to the win for Wasatch.
Ty, we talked about being on the barrel, right? Aggressive, while also not helping out with overswinging on balls out of the zone. And Wasatch did that. I already highlighted it. To me, the number of the day. The first 4 outs were strikeouts, and then not another strikeout the rest of the way for Wasatch. They were so good in this game to be competitive at the plate, to put pressure on Richfield. You saw a ton of throwing errors from Richfield because Wasatch was aggressive in the box. They were putting the ball in play. This was a power arm for Richfield and Wayland. He averages over 14 strikeouts per 7 innings, and Wasatch was able to knock that off its rhythm. So, again, credit to Wasatch. They came through with the keys of the game in a big way of being aggressive in the box.
And then let's hand out some awards for your Ties trophies. A defensive and offensive player brought to you by Country Gardens and Nursery, your only locally owned and operated plant nursery. Has everything you need for your gardens, and don't forget to stop by their indoor plant and decor shop.
I, of course, have to shout out Bridger Shaw as the pitcher defensively, Tyler, but I mentioned earlier in the game, Micah Dahl was fantastic behind the dish. 2 for 2, catching the Wildcats stealing, and one of those was in an incredible block off the turf where he got up and still made a dynamite throw to get him out at second base. Dahl is going to be your defensive player of the game. And I already pointed out a lot of standouts offensively. Blake Sweat, Grant Mahoney certainly have an argument to be made. But Austin Brown, Tyler, he's the real deal. This kid is the real deal, the #1 ranked prospect in the entire state of Utah, according to PBR, which is a big-time baseball recruiting profile. And he put it on display today, a freshman moonshot home run, and then comes back with a nice, casual, easy single in the same inning back up the middle. 3 runs scored. He's your offensive player of the game.
And then lastly, your play of the game, we'll hand it to the 2-run home run by Austin Brown, brought to you by Wasatch Napa Auto Parts. That's game 1 of the 4 games that we'll be calling here on 94.5 The Peak. We'll be back on the air around 9 o'clock tonight, where Wasatch will be taking on the host school from Desert Hills High School. Wasatch 4-1 now on the season.
You've been listening to High School Baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.